Frets are replaceable, although that's a big job. But I guess you would know when you need frets replacement. If you're getting a lot of buzzing on certain strings, if you look at them and the frets are flat or pitted rather than arched like they should be. So that's one way to look at it. But they do come out and they do go back in, but it can be done. But the maintenance on the neck is probably something a little bit easier. They sell here lots of different compounds to clean the neck and to oil the neck. Lemon oil is really, really good. I use, in the shop, I use something called naphtha, which is a degreaser, and it won't harm any kind of finish or wood to clean it. And then I use either lemon oil or oiled linseed oil to wipe on, restore the wood, and then wipe it off again very quickly. Wipe it off again 2 or 3 times before you put the strings on. You don't want oil on your strings. But that will help keep your neck in shape. Pickups. Everybody's got electric. Well, the main difference between pickups, I guess, is if they're single coil or if they're humbucker. And the Strat here, you can see, are single coil. There's 1 row, 6 poles, individual pieces, and there's 3 of them. A humbucker would be like this guitar, where there's 2 pickups, but each pickups have 2 different coils in them. So there's actually 4 coils here, where there's 3 here, but there's only 2 pickup units. So these are humbuckers. And humbuckers were designed to cancel the hum, the 60-cycle hum that happens with single coils when you get near stuff like fluorescent lights and computers and a lot of different things that'll give off a buzz. That buzz can be negated a little bit through shielding and through a few other things, but inherently it's there. On a humbucker, it's not there because of the way they wire these things to run. Standard humbuckers run in parallel. So basically what you see is the signal coming in, or the signal being generated from the pickup, and coming out of both of these coils at the same time and going down to be processed through the volume and the tone. When it does that, one of these rows of coils has pickups with north-facing magnets, and the other one has south-facing magnets. So the combination of those 2 running through at the same time cancels that hum. And it gives you a little bit different sound, but it's a warmer sound generally than single coils, but it cancels the hum. And that's a good thing about humbuckers. But there's several different things you can do with humbuckers that you really can't do with single coils. A guitar that I put together a few years ago from a 1965 Harmony guitar, and I got it from eBay. There was nothing on it. There was no pickups, no anything. And I decided I'm going to try to make it look sort of like a Gretsch. So I redid the headstock. I put some covering on here. This is pearl, real leather pearl. I put the pickups in here. I put the Bigsby on. And I put all sorts of switches on it. And I've tried to wire this with just about every combination possible from humbuckers. And we'll start here. This is a normal in-series humbucker sound on the neck.
You have a series or parallel?
Parallel.
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 That's
Parallel is normal.
yeah.
Series, I'll get to in a second. Then I have a way to cut one of those coils. So I've just got a single coil in there. It's a little bit different sound. And then I can make it go into series. So here, difference. Series, basically, instead of the signal coming out of both of these at the same time, it comes through one and out the other. And that is created by the way that you wire them. Single coils have generally 2 wires that come out of them, sometimes 3, a hot and a ground. Humbuckers oftentimes have 5 wires coming out of them. 2 for the beginning of each coil, 2 for the end of each coil, and a ground. And that allows you a lot of different ways to hook them up to switches and other things to kind of manipulate it. Okay, here's the rear pickup. Again, the same thing. In parallel, single, and series. So it tells a different sound. switch, and the phase changes the way that the signal gets to the amplifier. And there's a kind of a more nasally sound. I don't know if you hear it. It's kind of a B.B. King sound.
What do you do with that phase? What does that phase switch actually do underneath?
It's a, let's say this was a Les Paul, and it had the humbuckers, and it had the three-way like normal, and it had the 4 switches. You can add other switches to it, or you can add the push-pull pots. Let's say you wanted to put phase switch on your Les Paul. You could do that either through a little toggle or one of these things that pulls up and down, and you can change that. If you want to change it from series to parallel, there's ways to do that. So there's all sorts of modifications inside of the guitar to allow you to kind of get to the tone that you're really looking for. There's also different types of pickups. Seymour Duncan is probably one of the biggest makers and the most well-known makers of aftermarket pickups. And they offer single coils, they offer humbuckers, they offer hybrids, they offer all sorts of different things. And if you go to their website, SeymourDuncan.com, they have lots of sound bites. And you can hear each different pickup in an open sound, in a clean sound, in a distorted sound, to give you an idea of what you're looking for. And then you can have them put in your own guitar with any other modifications you want to do. With the Stratocaster, there's also things you can do. Even though there's only 3 pickups and 2 switches, 2 volumes, 2 tones and a volume, you can still do things. The way a Stratocaster comes normally is that when you put it down in this position and you're using the bridge pickup, the tone control doesn't work. It's basically full blast bridge pickup. And if you like that, and a lot of people do, that's great. But if you like that, and you think, well, it's just a little too bright, I wish I could tone that down, you can add a wire to the switch that will allow you to do that. So on a Tele, on a Stratocaster right now, the way it's set up is, we'll call this position 5, is just this coil. Position 4 is this one and this one. 3 is just the middle. 2 is the middle and the neck. And this is just the neck. So that's standard, but you can change that around. You can do some different things. You can make it, maybe the middle will be these 2 pickups in series rather than parallel. You can do all sorts of different things to it, once you decide what you want to do, and once you maybe hear a guitar tone that you really like, maybe kind of backtrack that as to how they got that, and then you can put it in your own guitar. It's pretty easy to do, really. On an acoustic guitar, any acoustic owners here? Okay. All sorts of different types of pickups too. Scott says he has an under saddle pickup for his ukulele, which an under saddle pickup would be something that would fit right under here, and that's what this has. It's called a piezo or piezo. Piezo, is that the way you say it? I've heard it both ways too, so I say it both ways, not to offend anyone. But it's basically a ceramic, what do you call it? Almost like tape. It's almost like a small piece of tape, but it's ceramic. It fits in there underneath the saddle, and the vibrations of the strings excite that ceramic in some way that creates a signal. It's not a very strong signal, but it's a signal, and it comes generally through a preamp, which in the case is this one, also has a 9-volt battery in here to step up the signal, to make it a little bit louder by the time it gets out of the output jack, and then you can go into a regular guitar. And that's a really nice sound for pickups, for acoustic guitars. It allows you to electrify it. You really don't see any modifications to the guitar. You take off the end pin, strap pin, and put in the jack pin, so it still works as a strap, but it also you can plug into it. And it has a 9-volt battery inside, like I said. This one has a tuner and a volume and a tone, which is very useful. But that's a nice way to do it. I worked on a guitar the other day. It was